Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm stepping away from the makeup for a little bit, well just for this video, and I'm going to do another hair video. I don't do these that often because I'm not that great with hair. I like to keep things very simple, but I thought I'd show you 7 really simple hairstyles are fun to do, and because I apparently love hairbands, hair ties, all sorts, I thought I might incorporate with each look how to make like a simple hairstyle look more like you put effort in, but just using a headband and stuff. So yeah, I have a big basket here. Hopefully we're putting up my headband rail soon, but I've got like multiple like headbands you just wrap around the head, those kind of headbands, like these scrunchy scarves which I really love, and then I just have a whole bunch of, like, if I can find one, like patterned scrunchies as well, just because like I said I'm very boring when it comes to hair. I like to keep it very simple. I do the same looks all the time, but by just adding a bit of hair accessory to it, it kind of jazzes the hair up and looks like you put more effort than you have. So that is today's video, so I really hope you enjoy. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you'd like me to do another one like this, I'm happy to do that. And just in case you want to know, this is Lily Lolo's Coral Crush on my lips because it was my favourite shade out of the new lipsticks, so I thought I'd put it on. Okay, so let's get started. So let's start with hairstyle number 1. Now my hair currently is kind of loosely curled. I curled it, I went out last night for dinner, so I curled it like I usually do with my straighteners, and then slept like this, so it just kind of, I just brushed it out just to make it fluffier. It's kind of just giving waves now, but this first one, it doesn't really matter how your hair is. So I'm actually going to use one of my scrunchy headscarf ones, and I'm going to use this yellow one here because I thought it'd be quite fun. Also leading up to summer, it's quite fun to add these in because it just helps jazz up a look. But okay, so for look number 1, all I'm going to do to begin with is just tie up into a relatively high pony. So I'm just going to first of all just brush my hair back. I'm hoping I can film this quite well because I know it's usually quite hard to kind of film hairstyles and try and fit in and show exactly what I'm doing. But for this first part, I'm literally just tying up into a high pony. I'm going to scrape it for now, but I am going to loosen it in a minute because that is what I prefer. And actually, because I do have the soft wave, it's going to look quite pretty in the pony, but you're not actually going to see that, so I don't know why I said that. Okay. So I'm literally, just going to put it into a high ponytail like this. And I'm just going to kind of brush over a little bit to kind of neaten up any hairs I've got. If I've got lumps, that's fine. Like I said, I'm going to loosen this, but it's more just to make sure the hair's all going in the same direction. Then I'm just going to loosely just pull a little bit, just so it loosens it around my head, because that is what I prefer. If you think you've over loosened it, just add some hair grips in. But yes, just makes it a little bit less tight around the head. Okay. I think it does need a bit tidying up on this side, so I'm just going to gently brush it, and then I'm just going to get a few hair grips. I'm not going to just pin it right down, I'm just going to loosely pin it in because obviously I still want the looseness around my head, but just to kind of get the lumps down. So I'm going to take this scrunchie with the headscarf, and I'm going to put it so the headscarf is at the top of the pony. So literally just put this through and tie it like you would do a regular scrunchie, just to secure it in place. I just do it twice, and then you should have these at the top. So then what you're going to do, separate your pony into 3, like so. With the outer one, take this side of the scarf, and with this outer one, take this side, and then just simply plait the way you would do. So outer one goes over to the middle, and then outer one goes over to the middle. outer to middle. And just keep it as far down as you can. I've got quite short hair, so it's not going to be particularly long. Plait. This tie at the end. So I have got a few flowers because I have got shortish hair. So with the ones out the plait, just grab a shortish hair grip and just, well, either try and just see if you can tuck them under the scarf, because sometimes that will work. That kind of hides them. Yeah. Or just grab a pin and pin them into the plait. Which I might do with this one. So that's one fun way of adding kind of a head scarf into your hair to make it look a bit more fun, and like I said, for some that would be really cool. So that was just a simple one. It was just a high pony and then plaited it, but I added the headscarf into the plaits, kind of interweaved with it, just to add a little bit something different. So that is hairstyle number 1. Okay, so on to hairstyle number 2. Now this one is a very simple one. It just shows like how pretty a headscarf can turn a look. So, ooh, take my hair grips out, be good. Okay. So for this one, I'm just going to do a low bun. And that's all I'm going to do. So I'm just going to brush through my hair again. Okay. So, a little hair tie. I'm just going to pop my hair behind my ears to help me a little bit here. So literally I'm just going to gather up my hair. I'm going to bring it up slightly, and I will fix any bumps and lumps. And then just go ahead and tie it into a lowish bun. So I like to start off by bringing the whole hair through. I'll do it once more, and this time I only bring half of it through, and then do one more tie around, secure it. Obviously it doesn't matter if it's not secure enough, because we are going to be adding the other bit in to make it a bit more secure anyway. So I will just pull bits out and stuff, and I will have a look properly in the mirror in a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, this is what we've got so far, is I'm just going to tidy up the actual hair at the moment. So again, what I like to do is just take my brush and gently just brush the top bits just to smooth it out. And it'll bring up any lumps and bumps that I need to fix. Okay. So, this one here, I'm literally just going to pick it up and kind of just pin in place. Now I don't mind if there's a little bit of a lump bump, I kind of like the texture to it, but any kind of real obvious ones I don't want there, I'll get rid of. Then I'm going to take this headscarf this time, and what I'm going to do is actually again have it so this is on the top. So I'm just going to wrap it around, and this is why I said it doesn't matter if it's not too secure, because we're going to use a scrunchie which is to secure it further. And then with these ones I'm going to bring them under and just simply tie them. It'll just shorten the headscarf slightly so it's not too long. It'll still have the nice kind of like bits that drip down either side. I'm just going to pull the bun slightly to make sure I'm happy with how secure it is. But yeah, so a simple low bun, but by adding that little headscarf in, it just makes it a little more prettier, and something that's really simple, easy to do when you're in a rush. It just makes it look like you've put a little bit more effort in because you've added a headscarf in. So that is hairstyle number 2. Move on to number 3. So I'm going to use 2 little scrunchies for this one. Now I don't have any of the little scrunchies. I've got kind of thick scrunchies and I've got like little ones. I'm going to use the little ones, and I've got none that match, so I'm going to be using 2. But I quite like using ones that kind of mix match in a way. So I'm actually going to do some low space buns basically for this next one. And then the little scrunchies will just make it look a little bit more fun. So I'm going to try and split my hair as evenly as I can, but I'm not going to have an obvious parting down the back, so it doesn't matter if they're not too even. Okay. What I'm going to do is just one side, just get it out of the way for now. Two little scrunchies I'm going to use are these. So yeah, they don't match, but because this has got yellow in, I think they look quite cool together and quite fun. So I'm going to use those. So starting off with this side, I'm just going to gradually gather the hair up. And because we brushed it through, it should be quite nice and smooth. On top, I will probably loosen bits up. Now all I'm going to do to start with, it's going to look quite messy to begin with, most likely. So, as you see, it probably isn't the most evenly parted, but that can be fixed towards the end. So, there's one piece of hair. I like to bring it kind of quite more in towards the head as opposed to sitting here. I like it kind of a bit further back. So, just going to put it through once, and then put it some hairs halfway through, and then just do it once more. Now, the buns aren't going to be particularly big because I don't have very much hair, so there'll be a lot of playing around just to kind of make them feel a little bit fuller, yeah, make them a bit more noticeable. But that's kind of how I like to get them in shape to begin with. So I'm just going to quickly do the other side. I got lipstick. I got lipstick on my jumper. Okay. What I'm going to do first actually is just pin back my fringy bits. Get them out of the way. And what I start to do is just pull on the hair like this, just to make it not so tight to the head. Okay, then what I like to do is just to give them a bit of a lift. I'm going to ignore the lumps and bumps at the moment. I'm just going to take hair grip and get a nice one. Kind of lift the bun slightly with the scrunchie, and because it's a small scrunchie, you can actually get the grip to secure to the scrunchie. I'm just lifting it and pinning it slightly in place. I'll just put it a little bit higher up than that. I'm going to pin away any flyaways at the bottom, which maybe didn't go into one of the buns for some reason, just to neaten that up slightly. But that is the two little space buns. So like I said, they're not really like big because I haven't got very much hair. So obviously if you have more hair you can play with it and get more volume, but I still quite like them, and because we've got like kind of mix match little scrunchies, I think it makes it quite fun. That is hairstyle number 3 complete. Okay, so on to number 4. This is going to be another high pony one. So, but this time I'm actually going to leave some of my front bits out and kind of curl them and shape them. If you don't have like short front bits, even having like some long bits and slightly curled would look really pretty just to frame the face. So just leave some front bits out. Oh, want that. What I'm going to do, just to get them out my face for now, is just grab those front bits. I'm going to look a little bit crazy, and just grip them out of the way. Okay, now with the rest of the hair, I'm going to put it up into a high pony, as I mentioned. Now you could curl the pony if you want to. Because my hair, I kind of like the little wave it's got in the moment, I'm going to leave it as it was. I probably would, if it hadn't been curled the night before, I probably would just go ahead and put some straighteners on it, just give it like a subtle curl, just add something to it. But I'm just going to loosen, like I always do, just to make it a little bit less tight around the head. Like I said, I'm going to frame the face bits in a second. Let me just actually plug in the straighteners for that. Okay, whilst those are heating up, I'm going to take a little scrunchie. I've got this nice black spotty one here, and I'm literally just going to tie it a couple of times around the top of the pony. So like I said, it's going to be a very simple one, but like I said, it just adds something to the look, and I feel actually it's going to give a slight kind of modern 60s look overall. I just think with the black and the white spots and then the frame, high pony, it does give a slightly more modern 60s feel. So I'm actually going to do some sections. So I'm going to take the top half first, and I'm going to go over and then curl just the ends. Because I don't want it to curl right up, because I've got short bits, I don't want to curl right up here with this. Just flip that out of the way, and then just do the bottom section. And then kind of go upwards, it will give us hopefully a slight lift is the game. I think it just frames the face quite nicely. Now I probably won't leave them as curls out, I probably will give them a slight brush out. So yeah, so I gave them a little straighten the front bit and then curl them at the end because I don't want it to be curled all the way through. If you had obviously had longer bits than I do, then yeah, you probably could start a bit higher up. But I'm going to take my brush and just really gently brush through just to soften it slightly. Yeah. Kind of gets rid of it. If it's got a ringlet, it kind of gets rid of it and just gives like a gentle curl instead. But yeah, that is hairstyle number 4. Like I said, really simple one, but just doing a simple pony, framing the edges and then adding a fun colourful scrunchie in there. I mean, it's not like colourful, but adding like a fun pattern scrunchie in there just kind of turns it around. And like I say, I feel like with the pattern of this one and the hairstyle, it gives a slight modern kind of 60s feel about it, which I think is very pretty. Okay, hairstyle number 5. Now this is going to be... Okay, so I'm going to give my hair a little bit of a curl overall, just to kind of freshen up some of the curls. This is going to be a down hair one. The next two are kind of more hair down ones. But I just want to freshen and give a little bit more curl to some of these areas. Just using my straighteners again like I always do. And then we'll move on to the next one. So like mainly some of these top ones a bit more of a curl again. But the next one I might have to do a bit more curling for the underneath layer. But for now I'm just going to do a few bits right on top. Just add something. I'm keeping the curls still quite low down. Okay, so I'm just refreshing the curls slightly. Obviously, if you want to do this with straight hair, if you want to do it with super curly hair, it's entirely up to you. Either works. Okay, so the headband of choice this time is gonna add a headband in. So this one might seem a slightly pointless one to include because I'm literally just styling my hair slightly and adding a headband in, but it just kind of shows you how much it can make it look like you've put more of an effort in if you suddenly go to this. Also, it just looks so much prettier, I think, as well. Just adding a little headband like this. Just style your hair however you like to style it and chuck in a headband and it kind of just amps it up just a little bit, which I think is pretty. And yeah, you can pick any colour. And yeah. Okay, so kind of stemming on from this one, like I said, this is another hair down one, so this is number 6. but this time I'm going to do just the sides up. I'm going to use another headscarf. These are kind of my favourite ones to use, the more headscarves. This is a pretty purple one, and all I'm going to do is, I'm going to probably keep the fringy bits down, but I'm just going to gather some of the hair. Like so, just like the top few layers, not too much. I will just go ahead and do a little brush. Tie it in place. So I'm going to do a little half up hair, half down, a little pony kind of thing at the back. So I'm going to put this in for now, and I'm going to kind of shape it up, kind of get the hair placement here how I want it. Then I can go ahead and stick the hair scarf in at the end. So what I'm probably going to do first of all, I do prefer my hair curled, because I love how it looks so pretty like this. Okay, so I am going to start to, especially these side bits, start to kind of loosen them so it brings more of a shape like this to it. I'm hoping you can see, because I always find like as I've got dark hair, it's possibly not the easiest to see on me. Just bring it so there's a bit more of a swoop going into it. Same on the other side. I'm just going to add in my little headscarf, and with this one I'm going to do it so the headscarf, the scarf bit goes underneath this time. So again, probably just wrap it around a few times like so. And then I won't tie it underneath. You can do if you want it shorter, but I like kind of, when I've got my hair half up, half down like this, I like to keep it the longest length of the headscarf, just so it kind of reaches and matches the little kind of pony section with it. I like the fact the scarf's kind of behind the pony, so it kind of just peeks out here and there every so often. That is what I prefer. Then yeah, I'm just leave the sides out. I could pop them behind my ears if I really wanted to, but I quite like them being down. And yeah, so just another take on the hair down, half up, half down, but it just makes it look a little bit prettier with the headscarf in. So yeah, I think yeah, because these headscarf type things, scrunch headscarves are my favourite kind of hair accessories. So yeah, that is hairstyle number 6. Then we're going to move on to the final hairstyle for this video. So like I said, they're all very simple hairstyles, and that's kind of the whole point. It just jazzes it up with the hair accessory and makes it seem kind of you put more effort than you actually have into it. This probably last one probably is not necessarily the hardest one, but there's a bit more to it. So I'm going to take a headband like this one, so this one that goes all the way around the head. This is a pretty green floral one, so just get it on. Ooh, that was an attractive face. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is position it how I want it. So I'm probably not going to have do I want my fringe out? No. So I'm going to just position it just so they kind of loosely around the front. I don't want the fringe out, but I just want some kind of looseness around here a little bit. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I always find with these kind of headbands, I do have to pin them in place because they do start, I find there's no headband that kind of goes around the whole head that doesn't start moving after a while. So I'm going to take some hair grips. Now make sure you take the short ones and not long ones. I've got a mixture of long and short. Take the short ones. So I've already done this wrong. Have I? Yes. I've already done this hairstyle wrong. Hang on. So we don't want that. So we actually don't want to bring the hair through yet. You almost want it sat on your head like this. And then all you're going to do, I don't know why I thought I was being silly, is take a section at a time and kind of twist it and tuck it into the headband. Now it will create a bit of a bump here, but we can sort that afterwards. So literally that's all I'm going to do. It's going to take a section at a time. And just go ahead and kind of tuck into the headband. We will probably need grips at the end just to neaten everything up, but basically that's what all I need to do. So I obviously put it into the wrong place. So yeah, just go ahead and just tuck each section into the headband. I'll probably get halfway round, then switch to the other side, and then we can neaten up afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to do the same. I might actually keep the fringe out then. So I'm just taking a section and just starting to tuck into the headband. It will come out the other side, but then when you grab the next section, it will put it back in again. Okay, so that's all tucked in. The first thing I'm going to do now is, it probably doesn't look great at the moment. I've probably got this bit, it's kind of a mess, and this bit probably doesn't look too great. But what I want to do first is secure the headband so it sits more like this and not pings up like this. So let's take a hair grip, a small one still. I'm actually going to pin towards, so where I would sometimes like pin in that direction, I'm going to go from behind and pin it, so that means it sits more like this. And I will just go straight through the headband because I can cover it up with the hair, so that should be absolutely fine. You may need a couple to do this with, just to get it into place, and then I will kind of grab bits of hair and just kind of disguise it slightly and kind of secure it into the twist. Now I've only got my long ones left, so what I'm going to do now is just put some pins kind of throughout just to secure it in place, but I'm going to put them in and kind of go to the side because these are going to be long and they're going to stick out the bottom if not. So let's see if I can show you. So literally, I'm actually just pull a bit of this one out because this one's a bit tight along here I think. But I'm just going to take some of the hairs right around at the top, pin it in but go to the side. That way the pin's not going to come at the bottom, it's just going to kind of lay in that direction and it will just help secure everything in place. So I'm just going to, again, take some of the hair that's wrapped around and kind of go to the side. Okay, so that is the 7th and final hair look. So I guess it's kind of a take on the Milkmaid, but not really, just kind of wrapping it around. And then you got the pretty headband. So this is a nice way of, like, if you want to kind of get your hair off your face and also secure the headband in place, this twist will help as well. So that's kind of what it's looking like. So yeah, that is the 6th one complete. Okay, so that is the video complete. I'm going to keep this one on for the rest of the day now because it's quite pretty. But yeah, like I said, I'm very lazy when it comes to hairstyles. I'm not very good at doing them either, so the easier the hairstyle the better. And I absolutely love like headbands and these little scrunchy scarves because I just think they look really pretty and it just makes it look like you've put more effort into your hair than you actually have really. So you probably see in most videos I'm wearing a headband or a scrunchie or something like this because I do really love them. But yeah, so I hope you found this a fun little video, a bit different from the makeup. Let me know which your favourite below. I'm thinking this one might be actually my favourite, and then followed by the half up, half down, and then probably the plait one because that's quite fun. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. If you'd like to see more videos like this where I try and do a bit more kind of creative hair looks, then just let me know. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all in my next video.